All right, boys and girls, today we're going to learn about our teeth, how to look after our teeth, and what happens when we don't look after our teeth. Um, Anybody know what our teeth are made of? Calcium, same things that our bones are made out of. They are the hardest thing in our entire body, harder than our bones even are our teeth. Teeth are made of calcium, and that's what makes them white. And that's kind of things like milk and cheese. Those things give us calcium. So those things are obviously really good for us to eat. We have 32 teeth when we're adults. We have 16 on the top and 16 on the bottom. And most of these teeth we have by the time we're 13. After we're 13, we're probably not going to get very many more. We might get our wisdom teeth, that are the ones at the very, very back. But most of the time those get pulled out by the doctor because we don't usually have enough room in our mouth for them. We have three kinds of teeth. We have our incisors, which are our two front and our two bottom teeth. We have our canines, and those are the ones right next to our two front and our two bottom teeth. And then we have molars, and those are all the other ones that go all the way to the back. Our incisors, those are the things that we use for biting. And our canines, those are the teeth that we use for tearing meat or other food, I guess. And our molars, those are the ones that we use for grinding and for chewing to make sure that things are small enough that we can swallow them and not going to choke on them. Our incisors, we get those before we're a year old. I'm sure most of you have seen babies walking around, with four little rabbit teeth up here. Our canines, we usually get around the time we're 1 year old. And then our molars, they come in anywhere between the time we're a year old and we're 2 years old. By then we usually have all of our baby teeth. If we don't look after our teeth, lots of bad things can happen. We can lose the teeth. We can have really sore gums and bleeding gums. We can have cracks in our teeth and we need to get fillings and those kind of things. That would be, pretty bad at the dentist. Those are why people are scared of going to the dentist, because they have cavities and they can kind of hurt. Cavities are tooth decay. It's when your bacteria in your teeth start eating away at your teeth and make cracks and holes in them. And that can kind of hurt. And that's when we leave sugar and starch on our teeth for long periods of time when we don't brush. Sugars are in, Coke and juice and candy, and starches are in French fries and potato chips and bread and pasta. So that's why we have to make sure we brush our teeth every night. We can also get gingivitis, and that's when our gums start to hurt and they start to bleed, and then they start getting swollen, and that makes them pull away from our teeth, and then there's little pockets that get in there between our teeth and our gums. And then food gets built up in those pockets, and they get infected, and they get sore, and they start to bleed. And that's why we need to make sure that we're brushing our teeth all the time, because gingivitis can then turn into gum disease, and that's when you start losing your teeth. They start falling out because those pockets have gotten so big that your teeth, there's just nothing hanging on anymore. That would be awful. You'd walk around like this. You wouldn't have any teeth and you wouldn't be able to talk properly. So that's why we have some people from the dentist's office here today, and they're going to talk to us about how to brush your teeth properly, how often to brush your teeth, how to floss, how to use mouthwash, and hopefully when we are done listening to them, we'll be able to show each other how good or perhaps how bad we brush our teeth, and then we'll be able to go home and talk to our moms and dads and our brothers and our sisters and teach them how to brush their teeth properly so they don't lose their teeth. So let's give them a round of applause so that we can hear their performance. All right, good job, class. Let's clap and say thank you, thanks for coming. We really appreciate it. Class, they've each given us a goodie bag, and in the goodie bag is floss and a toothbrush and a flyer that tells us all about keeping good care of our teeth. And there's a little pill in there later that we're going to chew up in our teeth, and it's going to turn our teeth a yucky color, and it's going to show all the plaque and all the dirt that's on our teeth. And then we're going to use our toothbrushes and the toothpaste that's in the bag also, and we're going to go into the bathroom. We're going to brush our teeth, just like we would at home. And we're going to see how good a brusher that you guys are. But first we have to do an experiment. It's called the egg experiment. And we're going to take 3 eggs. 1, 2, 3. That's 3 eggs. And we're going to put water in 1 cup. We're going to put soda in another cup. And we're going to put juice in the 3rd cup. And then we're going to leave them here at school overnight. And we're going to come back in the morning and we're going to talk about what happens to the eggs. And why do you think we're doing this? Why are we putting eggs in those kind of things? We're putting the eggs in because they're made out of the same thing that our teeth are made out of. The shells are. So the egg's shells should react the same way that our teeth would if we were to leave soda, water, or juice on our teeth overnight because we didn't brush. So we'll come back and then we'll see what happens to the eggs. Alright, so everybody reach into your little bags and get that colored pill that I was talking about. We're going to pop it in our mouth and then we're going to chew it up. Alright, let's everybody see your teeth. Ah, look at that. Oh, everybody's teeth. Oh, gross. Okay, everybody get your toothbrush and your toothpaste. And let's get in a line and we'll all go to the bathrooms one at a time and we'll brush our teeth. And then we'll all get back together and we'll look at each other's teeth after we brush them and see how good that we got all the plaque off. Alright, so let's go do that. Alright, everybody come sit down, Let's see everybody's teeth now. Oh, that's much better, but I still see some spots where that color is hung on there. So you know that when you go home and you brush your teeth tonight, that those are the places you're going to have to focus on the most. So you're going to have to remember that you have to brush extra hard because you didn't get the plaque off the first time. Okay, it's about time for lunch. So we're all going to go grab our lunches and we're going to sit in groups of 4. So we're going to have you 4 and 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 you 4. And we're going to sit in a circle. We're going to look at each other's lunches and see who's brought things that are good for your teeth and who's brought things that are bad for your teeth. So let's go. Everybody go get your lunches and sit down in your circles. And then we'll look at each other's lunches. Okay. So who has things that are good for their teeth? Things like milk and cheese and water and fruit, crunchy fruit like apples, because that helps scrub our teeth. When we bite into it, it kind of gets the plaque off. And who has things that are bad for your teeth? Things like juice and soda and candy and bread and chips. You know, maybe some French fries in your lunch. I don't know. Oh, so make sure you make some better choices tomorrow. Tell your moms and dads what things that you should pack in your lunch that are good for your teeth and things that you should leave out of your lunch. Leave those at home that are bad for your teeth. Alright, class, why don't you go ahead, go sit at your lunch tables and we'll have some lunch. Thanks, good job.